button. Fix the hairs. Because who decided my hair should look like this today? I don't know.
Was you?
Oh, shoot. Maybe it was me. Hurrah.
Hi.
Oh. Wait, where's the button? There's the button. Where's my eyeballs? Ah, heck with you. Jen ceiling. Do you need the link? Josh,
What?
can you send Russell the link?
Of course I can.
Thank you. Hey, Josh. Ha!
What? Oh, jam stuck. What?
Ow!
That looked painful.
Ow! I like twitched my hip or something. That felt. Wow, that felt weird. Okay. I know Russell's still working on getting his way in here. I know. I don't know anything today. Okay. Ow. What the heck did I do? What are you looking for? Do you need my phone?
No, I lost my headphones.
You lost your headphones. They were on the bed last night. Okay, here, do you want this? We'll get going in a minute or two, you know. I know a couple people can't make it, but that's why we record.
Sergio.
All right. Did I close the window that had the other thing in it? Oh, there it is. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Give Jen a minute to get settled. Give Russ a minute to figure out how to get into the meeting. How's Josh doing?
Good.
I'm having a horrible hair day.
So am I.
I just can't make it work today. Oh, there's the tiny adorableness.
Are you gonna behave today? You're not. You're so not.
It's a kitten. I don't think that's even a thing that they understand. That's not a concept that they yet have.
Yeah. We're
Like
working on.
puppies. Until they form a certain part of their brains, there's just no point.
Yeah. No, there's no listening. He's getting better. He's you know, yeah. I don't know. What are you eating? Sorry, I just got super distracted. The cat chokes on my watch. The roommate will be sorely disappointed.
Right? No, I totally get it. We're still still waiting for Russell. That was a hard one to say, the W to the R. Oh, there he is.
Does this go this way or does this go this way?
It was like moving. I was, whoa.
Well, every time I take a picture sideways, I always hold it wrong, so it doesn't matter. Yes, we're good. I don't know. I'm just going to put you down anyways, because I know I'm on them right. I don't have one of those fancy pedestals.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But Giorgio, oh, it's your box. Okay, you can have the box. Yeah. He's full of energy this afternoon.
Yes, they have energy, and I don't know where they get it sometimes. All right.
Should have seen 2 weeks ago I could palm him. Now he's like 3 times. size. Anyway, it looks like it wants me to put you this way. All right.
Aha! All right. Can you guys see my thingy?
Yes.
Awesome. That's the one I need. All righty. Let's get rocking and rolling. So don't cut us out on time because I'm not sure on the timing on this one yet. So it's gonna be great. But hello and welcome back. Day 3, Attitude to Gratitude, Empowerment Pride, and I'm Sasha Britt, and this is gonna be awesome. So thank you for joining me. I love to see y'all wonderful faces, and I apologize for the crazy hair. All right, let's get going. So today's lesson plan, there are words I cannot say today. Today's lesson plan is to review the homework from yesterday, day 2, which was our major gratitudes and the activity that we had to go along with it. Then we're going to discuss minor gratitudes, when we use them versus when we would use a major. And we're going to break down a 6-step process on minor gratitude and how to use it when you're dealing with overwhelming emotions, challenges, things like that. So you actually get like a process. So make sure you have make sure you have your journal handy with your pen or your piece of paper or whatever it is so that you can take some notes, because this is something that you can use again and again and again to help figure out how to de-escalate yourself in a situation, right? This is the process that I use. I do it internally, but you'll be able to actually walk yourself through it. When you do it enough times, it'll become inherent. Yes. Then I'll give you a little bit of homework, right? Just a little bit. Fun stuff. All right, let's get going. Meow. So, homework! And kitty. Because kitties. So yesterday, I asked you to identify 3 things that you take for granted, but you're actually very thankful for. Identify 3 things you feel grateful for and appreciate about life, and identify 3 things that you feel grateful for personal necessity-wise. Who completed that homework?
Go slow, because I'm going to be honest. I'm just writing this down because I didn't look at yesterday's.
Okie dokie. We'll talk about them anyway. All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh, Russ?
Yeah, I got a few things here. I don't know if I have all 3 for each, but I have a couple.
Okay. Well, let's dive into the first one. Does anybody have an example? Whoop, there's a blinky thing. Hang on. Well, oh, Josh is stuck muted. Hang on, unmute. Whoa.
Oh.
Hang on, guys. Unmute audio. Ha. You're right. You're broken. Well, Josh, if you chat in the box, I will do the speaking for you. And try disconnecting and reconnecting the audio done through your little bottom panel. There should be an option under the audio thingy to pop it up and disconnect, reconnect just the audio. Anyways, I'll watch the chat. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so Russ, what about you? Do you want to share something that you may have been taking for granted, but you're actually really grateful for?
Yeah, sorry, I just got a big dog paw here. Something that I take for granted. Hold on, let me get my book. For me, I think especially because it gets pretty cold out here. Crazy snow. One thing I don't think I've really expressed gratitude is like the major grocery store is only like 2.5 blocks away from the house. So even at worst, if the driveway snowed in 6 feet, there's still a possibility of being able to get over to the store. So that's one thing I think I took for granted that I'm actually pretty grateful for.
That's an excellent thing to be grateful for, and you're right. Welcome to the things I had never thought of. So, whoo, eye-opening. I love it. Thank you. That's a great example. Who wants to share something that they're grateful for and appreciate about their lives?
I'm unmuted. I'm good now.
Yay! Josh fixed himself. Well, that sounded weird. Okay, what? Go.
I am grateful to be surrounded by great people in my life.
Yes, because we are all stronger together, right? Rar. That's totally the point. I love it. Jen, all right. Jen, identify one personal necessity that you're grateful for.
Just having a roof over my head, really.
Yeah, no, that's totally a good one. I'm
You
usually
know, a
pretty grateful.
job with the Calgary crisis, job crisis, you know, stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah,
Necessity to make
yes.
money. And yeah, even though it's one of the things that I'm not really taking it granted right now, but not very happy with right now. So yeah, that's it.
No, that's awesome. So I know some of you guys finished everything, some got part of the way there. This is something that, yeah, it might take you a little bit to nail down, but make sure that you do finish it, because that is a list of 9 things that you are grateful for on a large scale. So it'll be really helpful for those times when you're feeling overwhelmed by the small minutiae of a situation, right? So very helpful to have. Now, is there anything that anyone noticed when they were doing this?
Where's my signature?
Just
Sorry.
now I noticed I have lots to be grateful for.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you notice that on an overarching scheme, you actually do have probably more to be grateful for than you realize. I mean, even just creating a list of 9 for some people can be rather surprising, because that's 9 things that you may not have thought about on your own without prompting, right? So exactly, great. Russ, Josh, either of you want to chime in?
Yeah, I think it also opens up your mind to like different forms of gratitude, like looking at the small things that maybe you just take for granted or you feel like you should be entitled to, when really, entitlement is it's not a good thing. So
Yes.
having the sense of gratitude really helps you out when you look at each situation, rather than focusing on what you don't have, focusing on what you do have and being thankful for that. So
Yep.
I think it's very important.
And it makes you really appreciative too. We dealt with Google support recently, and they were amazing, and we were so grateful for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It made the experience much better. No, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Amazing. What about you, Josh? Anything you want to add?
No, I think Russ nailed it on the head with the hammer, or hammer with the head. You know.
Yeah, I got you. Wow, you just totally like sassied that.
Yeah, I did actually. I Sassanized it.
Yeah, you totally did. All right, guys, awesome jobs. Make sure that you do finish your lists. That is for inside your journal to refer back to later. And hey, it's a good one to finish, right? It helps you see that bigger picture. But today we're going to talk about minor gratitudes, because minor gratitudes are the little things that we're grateful for in the moment. Now, I don't know about you, but I could probably think of like a million little things that I was grateful for if I really sat down and wanted to, because you could be grateful for an exorbitant amount of things, right? And that's great. Feel free to sit down and write a 2 million item list. I won't encourage it, but you are welcome to. In this case, because realizing that you could be grateful for any number of things in any given situation, the way that I am going to teach you to use minor gratitudes are in finite situations or time frames, right? In order to use those minor gratitudes to gain control over your situations, right? So these minor gratitudes change rapidly and differently depending on the situation that they're being used in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's what a minor gratitude is. For the purposes is we're going to discuss them. I mean, again, you could go and make the giant list if you'd like, but we're going to talk about using them situationally. So why do we need them? Well, it's because you can actually use it as a survival skill, right? As an active tool to help you manage emotions in the moment. So it's going through the process of identifying those minor gratitudes. And when you do that, it helps you slow down, address, and assess, or assess and address, blah, right? Slow down part is the part I always need. slow down, assess, and address. Okay, so minor gratitudes are a great way to bring things into that perspective and enable us to examine with a little bit more depth and a little less emotion. Now, how do we identify them? Well, we can actually do some brainstorming. One of the fastest, easiest way to start using gratitude as a means to alleviate stress, tension, that sort, is when you're in the moment. So let's say you're feeling stressed at work, right? Josh, when was the last time you felt stressed at work?
Depends, like a little bit stressed or a lot stressed, or
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's just general stress. When was the last time you felt stressed?
probably last week when I came up like to stuff that like I just didn't know what to do with it, kind of thing, like off the top of my head.
Awesome. Great. So we're going to use that as an example. So you ran into a situation, you got stressed because you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So in the moment, using minor gratitudes, you can turn around and say, well, actually, here's what I really do like about the things that I do and about how I do them, which will give you the confidence that you need to work past the roadblock.
Gotcha. Okay. That
Right?
makes sense.
In the moment.
Yeah.
You can do it with like relationships, anything. I think Russ may have talked and he may not know he's muted. I'll give it a second. Nope, we're good. Oh, wait.
Nope, sorry. Just keeping the dog quiet.
Ah, cool. So you can use it with relationships, financial, anything, right? When you're feeling those stressors, you can instantly turn around and say, well, what about the situation am I grateful for? Redirecting your brain to the positive as opposed to the negative. Is anybody dealing with any current stress?
Every day at work seems to be stressful, but
So
more
if
so
every
because
day
I
at
feel
work,
like I'm
sorry.
picking up slack for people in like and yeah, that kind of thing. I mean, Jesus Christ, this last week, I don't know how many times people have called in and things like that, but also I'm one of the department people is off on disability, and I'm picking up the slack that they had 2 months of downtime to do something about and did nothing.
What do you like about your job?
That right now I'm in that department by myself and I can just do.
Oh, hey, that's a really good thing. What else do you like about your job?
I like some of the people, most of them, I guess.
Yeah. You like some of the people, you like the fact that you have independence and you get to work with yourself. So yeah, all right.
I like giving advice too. I think I am personable. I'm good at that. So I guess that's what I like.
Well then, people needing you and relying on you is actually a good thing because it gives you the chance to do these things. So even though it can be difficult to deal with in the moment, looking at these reasons that you like and enjoy your job can make it easier to deal with the people who are reaching out when they are struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
See how that works?
Yeah.
Awesome. I know I kind of walked you there, but it was fun.
Yeah.
But that's right. But that's the power of it. We start talking, you're like, oh, and I like this. Oh, and you know what, I really like this. And I really like helping people. And you just kind of start going. And suddenly that thing that you were just angry about is, well, where'd it go? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Redirecting where your brain goes and redirecting your thought process to positive things, especially when you're dealing with something stressful, lower level stress, great with minor gratitudes. Okay?
Yeah.
So when do we use them? Well, hey, when you're experiencing distress. Now, I'm going to say distress, but specifically low to middle range distress or anxiety. Low range is kind of what we've just gone through. When you're dealing with that, but it's still just discomfort, then you can look and say, hey, these are all the things I like. It'll shift your mood, right? When you're dealing with the middle range distress, that's the process I'm going to show you here, the 6 steps that I'm talking about, because as an entrepreneur, I find I live quite a lot of my time in that middle anxiety range.
Stop picking at that.
If, however, there's a kitten terrorizing your home. No, if you're in a situation that is extreme, so if you would classify your stress levels between, say, a 7 and a 10 out of 10, then you actually want to look at TIP. Now, TIP is something I learned through DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy. It's also something I'm going to quickly go through with you today because it's invaluable. Or it is valuable, or you know what I'm trying to say. So, during extremes, we use TIP. TIP stands for T, temperature change, I, intense exercise, or P, you can either say progressive relaxation or paced breathing, depending on what you prefer. The reason that these things work is because they actually affect your body and your mind on a physiological level. You are tricking your body, right? So if you're dealing with extreme stress, anxiety, if you're having a freak out, right? And I mean, anybody who knows me knows I understand this concept very well. These 3 things, whichever one you choose, or all of them, will help you de-escalate, almost whether you want to or not. So my personal favorite is temperature change, and I prefer to use a specific method that activates your mammalian dive reflex. Now, it's not something recommended for anybody with heart conditions, but for the rest of us, it's as simple as getting a bowl filled with ice water, holding your breath, and submerging just your face, just this much of your face for about 30 seconds. The reason we do it, it will slow down your heart rate because your heart's like, oh, hey, something's happening. Your brain's like, oh, hey. So they slow down to deal with the temperature change and to prepare for the fact that, you could be in a situation. But this is your body's initial response is slow down the heart, slow down the breathing. So by holding your face under there for about 30 seconds, you trick your brain into calming down, right? Much longer, you might trigger, like, you don't want to start thinking you're going to drown. But this triggers that mammalian dive reflex, which enables you to retain more oxygen for longer periods of time. Does that make sense? Awesome. I'm just going to go with you.
Yeah.
Intense
Yeah,
exercise.
I think it makes sense. I like that idea.
Awesome. Intense exercise should be pretty obvious. We have chemical buildups that happen when we get really upset. Use it, right? If you can't change it and you can't stop it, redirect it, right? So go out, run as fast as you can, as hard as you can, for however long you can maintain it. But the point is intense until you can't. Because what happens when you can't run anymore? Well, you just really hard to be upset when you're trying to breathe. Just saying. Progressive relaxation or paced breathing tricks your lungs and thereby your heart, because you use your lungs to control the rate of your breathing, and the rate of your breathing dictates the rate of your heart. So paced breathing allows you to control those 2 things. When you get upset and you get anxious, you start to breathe faster, your heart goes faster. So when you can't fix the anxiety causing it, you can fix the physical response, right? My favorite, in for 2, hold for 4, out for 3. Nope, that's right. 2, 4, 3, I'm right. Numbers, not my friend, but in for 2, hold for 4, out for 3, and rinse, repeat. The reason is, 1, you activate your brain because you're not counting in a regular sequence. I mean, 2, 4, 3, right? So you can't really zone out on it. You have to pay attention. 2, you are regulating the pace that you breathe in, breathe out, that the oxygen moves through your body, which means your heart has to then adjust to the rate that it is getting stuff in, right? Tricking your brain and your body to calm down. I love this stuff. It's my bread and butter, my life. If you guys ever want more information around managing yourself in extremes, I am a pro and I'm happy to give it to you. But that is what you're going to do if you are in extremes. Otherwise, you can use our minor gratitude breakdown process. So I'm going to go through this. You start with a personal check-in. How do you feel? And is there anything that you can do to improve your mind and body in the moment? So for instance, if you're having a major freak out, something's going on, this, that, or the other, check, hey, am I hungry? Am I cold? Do I need slippers? Could I use a glass of water? Right? Little things that will adjust our body chemistry to help us calm down, better process, right? Do the same thing with the situation. What's going on? Is there anything that you can immediately adjust to make things a little bit better? So, for instance, when I'm getting really, really stressed out, sometimes I put the dog outside, right? Because I know that the might drive me slightly batty, so I just put her outside, save the hassle, reduce the stress in the situation, right? Boom, boom, 1, 2. Then, once you've got those two kind of external, internal factors kind of controlled, you're going to look and you're going to say, what are the negatives in this situation? And how can I challenge them, right? So kind of the same thing that we did there with Jen. Oh, here are all the things. Well, what do you like? What are the good things? Oh, if your negative is, I feel stupid, well, that's all right. That doesn't mean you are stupid, but we're going to challenge those negatives because they're not truth, right? Get the crap out of there. Once you've removed all the crap that you're spoon feeding yourself to amp up your anxiety, you can then have some active appreciation. So you can look and say, hey, all right, we're actually in this condition, which is far better than I, in a panic, thought we were like 5 minutes ago. And that in and of itself is gratitude. So you're expressing gratitude for where you've just met. 1, 2, 3, 4. Already you're going to start to notice that you are considerably calmer, right? The last two are added bonuses to make it stick, stay, and go, right? So now you can practice this gratitude with other people. Just go and talk to someone. But instead of going and saying, bitch, bitch, whine, whine, moan, moan, complain, you're going to go and say, hey, I encountered this situation, I took these steps, and it was freaking awesome. And you're going to enjoy that gratitude. Twofold. Other people love to celebrate with you. Feels good for them. Oh, and it feels good for you, right? Finally, you're going to combine your gratitude and your forgiveness, and you're going to move the frig on, right? Some things are out of your control. Some things are going to suck. But hey, look at all the great stuff you've got. Look at how you've managed it. By now, by number 6, you're going to be feeling pretty darn good, even if you don't want to be, right? You're going to be like, oh, I'm in a better, I'm actually in a better spot than I thought I was. Hey, we're okay. I can deal with this, right? Does that make sense?
Yes. Just give me a second. Don't move. Don't move the screen.
If you anybody in a super big rush to run out?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
good.
Cool.
All right.
Because then I'll just talk for another minute or two. So that is the process, right? We do the check-in, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to do it once, real quick. I'll even use my current situation because, hey, why not? So dealing with some anxiety because I had to talk to my lawyer today. And every time I have to talk to my lawyer, it makes me uncomfortable, right? So talked to the lawyer, wanted to panic, did my steps. Personal check-in, first and foremost, I actually did try to eat something. It didn't work well in my case, but I tried. I made sure I used the washroom, and I had some Monster, and I even went and I put on a little bit of makeup, right? Little personal stuff just to make me feel a little bit better. Rocking a hoodie that I feel good in. Let's go. Situational check-in, well, I'm doing everything I bloody well can. And talking to my lawyer was part of it. So I am taking all the steps I can possibly take and then some, things that even the lawyer hadn't thought of. So, right? Rethink that negative situation. Well, okay. Having to sue someone sucks, but it doesn't make me a bad person, right? It doesn't make me a bad person. It makes me a smart business individual. And I'm doing what I need to do to protect my business and the people who work for it. Okay, cool, awesome. Move on. Active appreciation. Actually, I'm actually really glad because once this is all done, the line will be in the sand, and if I'm lucky, there will be one less business to contend with around here. So I'm actively appreciating the crap out of that. Both Josh and Russell, which are directly involved in my active appreciation. I practice with them all the time. And I'm not freaking out about this, which should be like one of the major indicators that I'm using my own gratitude. Wrap it all together. Okay, I'm not going to forgive the jerk who's doing it, but I absolutely do forgive the society working with them. No hard feelings, not going to deal with it, right? But I'm really grateful for the opportunity nonetheless. Boom, 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 boom. This is why I'm not freaking out over the fact that for the first time in my business history, I have to sue someone. Ta-da!
Yeah.
See how that works? I did it really fast. Going through the steps will help you slow down, gain perspective, appreciation, and gratitude. And it'll help you better plan for the direction that you're going to take from there, because you will have looked at all of the different pieces. 6 steps, and you're good. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Any questions?
Yes. Nope.
Great, it's homework. Guess what the homework is?
Trying the 6 steps.
Do it!
Woo!
You're all going to try it at least once,
Okay.
right? Choose one situation. Now, you do not have to choose an extreme situation. I do not recommend going out to sue someone to give that a whirl, right? You want to choose the situation that you're experiencing, and it does not have to be intense, but try it. Go through all 6 steps. Document, what the issue was, what you do, and what you think, and how it's working. And then at the end, I want you to go through it and answer these 3 questions. How did you feel before? How do you feel now? And hey, what did you learn about the situation that you may have missed if you stayed in a state of emotional distress? Boom, boom, boom. Any question?
Nope.
Everybody feels comfortable with the 6-step process? Do you need me to go back a screen so you can see it again?
Yeah.
No, wait.
I will also post the homework in the event thingy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. There we go. I got it. There you go. Here's your 6 steps. Boom, 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 boom.
Awesome. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you guys all got your.
I did.
Josh probably screenshotted, so.
Yeah.
Can you go back one more?
Yes.
Yes. He's good and to move forward. Okay. That's what I missed. All right.
Got everything?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So your homework is just to use it once. Just once. That's all. And it could be anything. If you catch yourself, because again, we're working on that awareness piece. So when you catch yourself in a moment that isn't as maybe positive or grateful as it could be, pop this out, give it a whirl, see what happens. It'll help you slow down and deal with those really stressful situations. If you want to know anything more about chip skills or DBT, just reach out and let me know. That's my bag, baby. Otherwise, I think you guys are awesome.
No, you're awesome. But thank you.
Yeah.
No, you are.
I love it. No, you. I couldn't help it. All right, guys, you are fantastic. If you need me, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys again tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel. We'll rock day 4 talking about something, and it'll be awesome.
Woot.
Awesome. I can't wait to talk about something. Thank you.
Hey, I'm a human, but it will be awesome. And so be here because it's going to be awesome. And thank you so much, you guys. You guys make my heart. Ooh, ooh, yay. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.